Let me ask you guys a question. What kind of car do you drive? Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacob, and I try to teach you ways where you can make more money with DoorDash and other gig work. So in this video, I just wanted to talk about, what kind of car should you have when you're delivering food, or maybe even, when you're doing rideshare. So sorry about this lighting. It's when you're driving west during sunset, it's pretty brutal. So I drive a 2005 Toyota Camry, and I bought this car for $3,000 maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, and it was a pretty good deal at the time. Maybe the person selling it could have offered maybe it's like $4,000 or something like that, and I probably still would have bought it at that price. But this is a pretty decent car. Let me check how many miles we have. 174,000 miles on this car right now, and it's still going pretty well. And I kind of got this video idea because when I turned the key to turn my car on just now, it sounded like it didn't really want to start. And I was like, oh no, that's gonna be a big problem, especially when it's like 105 to 110 outside right now in Phoenix. And I just cannot afford to not have my car start. And so it's been running pretty well, 174,000 miles now, and I still want to get at least a couple more years out of this thing. I don't know if it's gonna be possible, but we'll try it, and we'll see if we can hit 200,000. That'll be the next milestone, and hopefully we can do that. And then I don't know. We can just see how long it goes. But when you're doing a delivery, especially food delivery, you're sitting in your car pretty much all day, and you're driving it like crazy. You're driving that thing straight into the ground. And so I kind of wanted to have a discussion maybe in the comments, what kind of cars do you drive when you're doing gig work? Do you use pretty low-end cars like mine? This is an old car, or do you try to buy nicer cars? Because I know, at least for the nicer cars, they won't really break down as much, and they'll need less repairs. I guess that's kind of a generalization there. And I'm just curious because I know people that drive nicer cars, and I also know people that try to drive the worst car they possibly can, because if anything happens to the car, it's perfectly fine, and they can just buy a new one. That's my plan, I think, is, I know this car isn't very valuable, but it's completely paid off. I bought the car in cash. I don't have to make payments on it. And let's say I get into a car crash, and the car is going to be something I don't have to worry about too much, because I didn't pay a lot for the car, and I know that I have a couple $1,000s in savings that I could put towards the next car if I needed to continue delivering food. And so really it's a nice peace of mind thing, to where I don't need to make any payments. So if something were to happen, maybe I didn't want to do gig work for a week or two, I wouldn't have to worry about making a payment on this car. And so for people that drive nicer cars, more expensive cars, maybe they have a car loan, that's maybe something that you're thinking about. You've got to make enough money so you can pay your bills, and one of your main bills is your car loan. And I'm not saying that's a terrible thing to have a car loan, but I'm just saying that's something that you just have to think about, and make sure that you have the money to pay for that loan every single month. And another thing that I wanted to talk about is insurance. Insurance is going to be much cheaper for an older car than it is for like a newer, more expensive car. My insurance, keeps going down, and it's pretty cheap, I would say. I have Progressive, so it's not like I'm choosing like the cheapest possible. Actually, that is what I did. I did look for like the cheapest possible among like the main auto insurance companies, just because I didn't want to get like a company that nobody's heard of, just in case like I get into a car accident and somebody tries to like sue me because it's my fault or whatever. So I wanted to make sure that I had like a pretty reliable company for that. But I mean, insurance, that's something we have to think about like every month, or if you're paying it off like you paid in full like for the next like 6 months of your policy or whatever. Like that is something that we have to think about quite a bit, because insurance is very, very expensive. And so I'm just curious if you guys want to just like let me know what kind of cars you drive, and maybe if you even know that the car that you drive isn't the best car that you should drive, let me know what kind of car you will get, or maybe the car you're looking at for next time you need one. And I'm also curious how long your cars usually last, because for me, like, I know that I've only been doing gig work like part-time most of the time, but like I've had this car for a while and I want to keep it as long as possible because I like it. And so I want to know if you guys like your cars. So this is a little different video than I usually make here on this channel, and so maybe it might not do so well in terms of views. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more content, comment just what kind of car you drive, like what you would advise other people to do in terms of buying a car. And just leave me a comment, like just if you have any like video ideas you want me to make a video about, and I will certainly look into them. So have a good night, and I will see you later.